back again. Good to have you back at the Garden of Eden once again, to talk about the wonders of creation, what happened in the beginning. And today I want to tell you about some of the children of Adam and Eve. You remember we've been talking about how God made all things, and the beauty of everything has a place and a value. And then last week we talked about Adam and Eve, the first human beings, and how sadly they were tempted by the devil, how they didn't listen to God, how they took of the fruit of the tree they weren't supposed to take from, and as a result they were sent away out of the garden, and now they had to work and toil, but God still promised to love them and take care of them. Well, one of the things that would happen because Adam and Eve didn't listen to God is things in the garden, in the world, on the earth would not work as well anymore. Things would go wrong. There would be mistakes that would happen. There would be violence and there would be evil. Two of the children of Adam and Eve were named Cain and Able. Can you say that? Cain and Able. And Cain and Abel were asked by God to bring to God some offerings. So Abel brings to God a beautiful offering like this, of all the fruits and the vegetables that he grew and that he farmed. It was something that Abel had worked very hard on. He helped to grow them and maintain them, and he brought them to God as an offering to say, "Thank you, God, for all the good things you've given to me." But Cain, on the other hand, he did not think about what he would bring to God. So he kind of looked around and he grabbed things like a rock, maybe some grass, things that Cain had nothing to do with, that God put there and God created. And so when Cain and Abel brought their offering to God, God liked what Abel brought. He was very thankful and happy that Abel recognized that God was so good to him and gave him those talents to grow the fruits and the vegetables and all the things they would eat. But God was disappointed in Cain, bringing rocks and things that he had nothing to do with, things he just found laying around. And God said to Cain that he was disappointed. Well, this made Cain very, very angry. Not only was he angry, but Cain was jealous. Jealous of Abel. Jealous of Abel's offering. Jealous that God liked what Abel brought to him. And in his anger, because he was so mad, Cain beat Abel. And sadly, Cain killed him. That's how angry he was. And that was the first time in the world's history that somebody died. And it was all a result of sin, of that disobedience, that they didn't trust in God, and they didn't come to God when they needed him. And God was so upset then with Cain that he banished him from the land. And he put a mark on Cain that anyone who saw him would just leave him alone to think about what he had done, how sadly he had disappointed God, and how sadly he had broken Abel. And that's a reminder to us once again of the importance of listening to God, of coming to God, of trusting in God first, and offering our lives and everything that we have from God to others to make the world a better place. And to understand that when things go wrong, when mistakes happen, is a result of sin and evil and the things that go wrong. But in the midst of that, God still cares for us. And God promises to still come to us. So that was the beginning, the garden, creation, the first human beings, and what happened to set up our journey of faith. I'll be back in a few weeks to talk more about what happened in the beginning, and I'll start telling you about somebody special who built a really big boat. Until next time, Moses is out.